People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called Things Come to Bump. Whatever is in the dark will always come to light. The truth will always be revealed. Now, the other day, there was some sorts of dispute in our school, Kingston Technical High School, in which an 11th grade student joke up an next 11th grade student. That student did not make it. She lost her life. When that incident occurred, people was asking all sorts of questions. Then I walk and cars. Them two little pitney kick off in such a bad way, in which somebody draw a kitchen utensil and use it upon the next one. However, based on the information, documented information, it is said that this AR started from the previous day, and the girl make sure says she go home, and when she come back this time, she draw for the knife and she juke up the next one, and the rest is history. Well, it still continues. One gone, one is facing the court legal problems. However, there was all sorts of things circulating over social media. So them not like each other. One of them dep on this set, the next one dep on this set. Them always a kick off a GANGS in a school. However, people, a big problem in a lot of school is that a lot of these pitney in a some sorts of fishy organization. That means that just like the NFL, just like the NBA, the FBA are recruit pitney. The LEZBA are recruit pitney. The Fish BA are recruit pitney. You have all sorts of these people at the school gate, in a them car, and I look for unsuspecting victim. People were poor. People were like iPhone. People were like all sorts of expensive devices. However, them pitney can't bite. However, it is not limited to just the PERVERTS out on the streets. These type of relationship are big in the school. That means girl pan top a girl, CRIME, man pan top a man, rate, lele, blue, blah, blank. So people, I am going to let you hear from the horse's mouth, somebody that is closely associated, could be a family, could be a mother, could be a friend, telling exactly what transpired. And then I'll give my piece.
Say, Father God, say, when me see say you, me she dead over. Brother, from me she be not tell me about this girl where she had talked to. From me she had tell me about this fucking girl where she had talked to. And me she dead after that, and I want girl me she, one lesbian girl me she. Me put 2 and 2 together and she say, yo, I see I'm dirty conquer me she dead over. I want to know the hottest thing. The said there when me she and dead, and the said fucking girl turn up and watch you war. I didn't even war that. You snap and watch the girl grab her and shove knife in her neck. You know so she go war. You could have run go get a teacher. You could have run go get somebody. But you turn up there. Yeah man, you're a star, mama. Them a fight over me. Me love this for you, girl. You see you? Oh God, man.
Now people, my disclaimer before I start. I can't tell anybody how to live them life. Who to choose, which way to swing, left, right, or center. However, when we are speaking about schools, a learning institution, this has no sorts of place. We don't want to hear about that. If it happen, keep it under the quiet. However, them like to exalt themselves. what I find with these type of people is that them like spotlight, is that they are very aggressive. They are very boisterous. So while I myself live overseas and used to the kind of people, the preppy type, the one them from California, they are mild-mannered. Them keep them stuff in the closet where it belong. These type of gully fish or pit bull fish where we see in Jamaica, they are very aggressive. Them like for fight, them like for flare up. And people, we saw the same thing happen to that reggae girl where she was joke up in an offer tree by her jealous lover. The same thing happened all over Jamaica in an offer tree, downtown Kingston. Everywhere them go, them carry them bad habit with them. Them like take with each other. They are very jealous. They are very obsessive. So this is what reach this little pitney in a school. Two pitney, two girl, a fight over an next GIRL. Now people, if you tell me say something wrong, however, the question me have to ask is this. Which part the mama them there? Which part the parents them there in all of this? It seems as if they don't hold conversations with their kids. They don't know what is going on in their kids' life. Them just a kid come home with pretty phone, pretty laptop, pretty electronic device. And because them can't even get them one, they facilitate the FUCKRY until it EXPLODES in their own faces and them picnic gone. People, some are on a toe licky, some are on a toe worthless, some are on a pretty much walking around this world with your eyes wide shut. Una say nothing, or even if una see it, una sweep it under the rug because una want sweets. However, whatever sweet you, always sour you. So people, like I've always said, if it start bad, if you start with SHIT, you are going to end up with SHIT. And a situation that was bad, it got even more sour because one girl lost her life and the next one in the court I deal with all sorts of BS. Now the sad thing about this whole thing is that this is not an isolated incident. This happens more than we can imagine. As a matter of fact, I have a full video that I'm supposed to do about a non-traditional school. I am not going to call the name right here and now until then. However, based on facts, evidence, videos, voice notes and pictures that I have, it is said that this school is so contaminated, this school is so infiltrated that teacher, principal, dean of discipline, man and woman, they are in all sorts of GAY relationship with students. The dean of discipline has been called up on several occasions because of all of the accusations that were levied against her. The principal, the same thing. As a matter of fact, there was one good teacher that said something that lashed out. And these people, pretty much, there was all sorts of backlash. Instead of correcting themselves, instead of the ministry taking up for this one person that we would consider to be a whistleblower, they were pretty much giving this man a very hard time for exposing the truth because they do not want the truth to get out there. So people, we see exactly what is going on. When you send your children to these schools that are supposed to be learning institution, all they are doing is getting involved with all sorts of shaky activity. And people, like I've always said, persons are free to choose whoever they want to be in any sorts of relationship with. However, when you have students and principal, student and teacher, student and the dean of discipline that is supposed to know better that's supposed to have morals and ethic in any sort of relationship, whatever capacity, whether it's straight or lean, something is definitely wrong. Point blank and period. Now, this situation was so widespread, so blatant, so barefaced, and it has been going on for not 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. It has been going on for a very long time. Dean of discipline, teacher, man teacher in a relationship with boy, female teacher, dean of discipline in relationship with boy and girl. People, when I tell you we are speaking about a cesspool, infested, infiltrated, SADOM, and you know the next part. People, these teachers got to the point, these dean of discipline and principal got to the point where they did not care anymore. And anybody that lashed out, be it teacher or student, they were reprimanded. The Ministry of Health knew about it. Sorry, not the Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Education knew about it. However, instead of telling the people that is giving them information that, listen, we're going to make sure that we look into it. We're going to make sure that we reprimand the persons that are doing wrong. No, people, they themselves turned on the whistleblowers, turned on people that was giving them information, even the students. So it got to the point where even the students were scared to give any sorts of information in fear that it might come back to them, in fear that they might get beat up in the school. People, this is Jamaica, a place that is supposed to be homophobic. However, people, it seems as if it is even worse than America and other places in Europe, especially in this one specific school. Now, like me say, it was so bad that the students involved and not involved made all sorts of posts. They make a social media or a few social media posts, pages, and these are some of the pictures that they posted with some of the teachers. Pretty much you can see what they did to the pictures. Put all sorts of coloring, all sorts of hair, all sorts of lipstick. Now, people, the reason. So this was the kids retaliating, the backlash for what has been going on for a very long time. Pretty much them fed up. However, they are not getting any sorts of assistance from the ministry. Everything is mum. Everything is swept under the rug. People, this is sad until today. Point blank and period. Thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos straight to the point, no sorts of beating around the bush, show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, word to the wise, whenever you are rising in life, there's always going to be a set of vipers that see your potential. They realize that your ceiling is in the stratosphere. However, when they compare themselves, they realize because of their insecurity and mostly because of their hate, their ceiling is in the cellar, in the abyss of hell. So therefore, for them to feel as if they are up, they are going to do everything within their means to bring you down. Point blank and period.